Are you in the mafia?
What does Meadow do when confronted with the reality of what her father does? Well, that depends.
Gonna leave me here?
I thought you were my friend.
Unfortunately, Eric's father, Davey Scatino, finds himself 45 boxes of ziti in debt to Tony Soprano. So he gives Eric's car to Tony as a form of partial payment.
And I suppose yours is innocent in all this?
Fuck your gangster father.
Once Eric made this personal, once he made it about Tony and Meadow, from then on, I feel like Meadow's naturally going to take someone insulting her father or somebody like her father, like Johnny Sack, for example, as an insult.
Yeah, but Johnny Macaroni was indicted for murder.
Your gangster father isn't just something to laugh about anymore.
This is who Dad is.
So, Meadow, what business is your father in?
My brother's whole stupid, pathetic dream was to follow in our father's footsteps.
Her brother's stupid, pathetic dream of following in their father's footsteps and becoming the boss of a crime family, like Meadow's dad. So when she hears stupid, pathetic, she probably feels like Kelli's calling Tony pathetic and stupid.
We used to joke around about our families. What happened to you?
Fuck your gangster father.
So she goes on not just defense, but offense.
Wait, this is way beyond. Our dads are in the garbage business. And yeah, they brush up against organized crime. But you think they control every slime ball and illegal gun in like 100 communities?
She tells Kelli that she's the one who's out of line.
The fact that you would even say this in front of an outsider is amazing to me.
What organized crime, mafia? This was just drug dealers. But don't say anything in front of outsiders.
Jesus Christ, some loyalty?
Jesus ain't got nothing to do with it.
Meadow meets with Dr. Wendi Kobler because she's been having a rough time lately, struggling in school, not really having much motivation to do anything other than read Mary Higgins Clark or The Canon by the pool. And then she wants to take off a semester from Columbia to go to Europe. So her parents send her to talk to a therapist recommended by Dr. Melfi. And this doctor doesn't waste time before asking questions.
When I asked you earlier what Dad does for a living, you said waste management, wink, wink.
What does wink, wink mean? Well, that depends.
It's like, you know.
And then when Wendi Kobler suggests that Tony's a child molester, it's almost like a further association of, oh, you're in the mafia. You must commit really bad crimes. I think in Meadow's head, she's like, wait, so you're then escalating it to this? I'm not even going to go there anymore and even go near that.
You mentioned Jack's father was in the mafia. I didn't realize your dad was, too.
There's no such thing as a mafia. I said Jackie's dad was a loan shark.
Do you know why a shark keeps moving?
Wow. Listen to Mr. Mob Boss.
What did you call me?
So in terms of progress following the appointment with Dr. Wendi Kobler, that was the result.
I'm through telling people you will help with environmental cleanup.
When Finn tells Meadow about what he saw Eugene doing, Meadow goes into full denial mode, probably triggered at least in part by Finn saying these people, making it personal.
I mean, is this what you grew up with?
Fuck you and fuck this.
What are you talking about?
These people, your dad's friends.
You talk about these guys like it's an anthropology class. But the truth is, they bring certain modes of conflict resolution from all the way back in the old country. From the poverty of the Mezzogiorno, where all higher authority was corrupt.
Part 2 of their discussion comes in Season 6, Episode 6, centered on Johnny Macaroni. Meadow thinks it was government harassment to take him away from his daughter's wedding once time was up, and Finn reminds her that Johnny Sack was allowed to go to his daughter's wedding in the first place. Meadow makes a comment about how white-collar criminals can get out on bail after stealing people's pensions.
Then you look at my father's friend.
Federal marshals dragging him out of his own daughter's wedding. He hasn't even been tried yet.
Yeah, but Johnny Macaroni was indicted for murder.
It was pure harassment.
Now, if we think about Tony versus Finn, Finn also didn't want to commit to Meadow. So I think when Meadow thinks of Finn's criticism, she sees it from the lens of, this is a guy who left me and who didn't want to commit to me and who just slammed my family. So naturally, she's going to be defensive.
So white-collar criminals can destroy people's lives and steal their pensions, and it's no big deal to you.
Pretty sure Tony and his guys do that too.
And said he ran some union that ripped off these pension things or something?
Why are you picking a fight?
I'm not, but you're slamming my family. I don't know.
Don't give me any of that poverty of the Mezzogiorno bullshit. We're in fucking Caldwell, New Jersey, and you're on your high horse about justice?
Well, not Meadow, but maybe someone else.
Anthony Soprano, Detective Gaudioso, Essex County.
Can I see a warrant? We have the right.
The denial really comes full swing here when Meadow starts lecturing Tony about anti-Italian discrimination.
What I said was the state can crush the individual.
New Jersey?
The government, specifically the federal government.
The irony here with Meadow's comment about the federal government is that the federal government at this point is more concerned with preventing terrorism. So much so that Tony's become pretty good pals with one of the FBI agents, Agent Harris, as we see.
Yo, beat. Phil Leotardo got popped.
Damn, you're gonna win this thing.
You know what really turned me? Seeing the way Italians are treated.
Turned me. Interesting choice of words. Tony definitely didn't want Meadow to be in this life. But if she marries someone who's also part of that family, it's kind of like her walking back inside like Christopher, even if she's not on the street herself.
That pal of his, the other Jason, already ran into some trouble.
He's a mess.
All right. Well, he's got no shortage of lawyers here.
If I hadn't seen you dragged away all those times by the FBI...
Oh, thank God. Will you tell them he's got a medical condition?
Then I'd probably be a boring suburban doctor.
One thing Meadow's wrong about here. She says, if I hadn't seen you dragged away all those times by the FBI. In Soprano home movies, it wasn't the FBI. It was Essex County.
Fine.
There's no mafia.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. What do you think about Meadow Soprano? And anything discussed in the video? I'd love to hear from you.